Sorry. That should be pretty good. Hopefully. I always say that at the beginning of streaming. Is it good? Is the angle good? Yes. Angle looks alright. A little bit of setup. Eventually, I'll be getting a state-of-the-art camera, completely fully equipped to do these things. Not only for photography, but to film and to able to be a high resolution. You can see every detail I'm doing. I think my biggest goal, though, is to just get 2,000. Get it to 1,000 subs and see what happens from there. We'll get to 1,000 subs and start ringing in them super chats. If anybody feels like donating to my studio, that's what the cause is and what the mission at hand here is. So it's to expand the studio and to use said donations for growing my studio. Eventually getting into more animation. Just taking this thing worldwide, man. Let's go. Dream big. Dream big. So first thing I want to do tonight is let's get set up with hold on, let me make sure I'm okay. So we lost the Bluetooth feed to the speaker, so I'm gonna turn that back on. I'll take requests too. This is not just strictly doing this.
Airbud are clowns that perform at children's parties. Fernfield could probably benefit from Angie's list because Norm is the shittiest clown ever. And all clowns are shitty, so that's a pretty big claim. He's clumsy and stumbles around a lot, but that's not even part of the act. Like, he's just a goon. The only trick you can
Sorry, you might hear some cursing.
This is a pretty small town, so I doubt very much that he came recommended by anyone, so how the hell did I find this guy? His big finale is to get hit with a rubber ball and then go absolutely frickin' spastic all over the house.
I'm just, you know what? Tonight I'm live streaming and I'm listening to some what do you call that? Movie reviews. Sorry.
Not sure, but do you need to call the pound ahead of time? You just show up. Does he just have the pound number memorized?
I think this will be fun. This will be fun to just watch and listen to some movie reviews. They're all like 10 minutes apiece, and they're all like nostalgic movies. Right now he's doing Airbud, which is kind of lame actually, but I'm just letting the playlist roll. I don't really care about it. Just something to have on, you know? Just something to have on.
You know what, Josh? Larry can treat you however he wants because Larry is a winner. The coach decides to make Josh a team manager instead. It's pretty obvious that Josh is going to end up being some sort of basketball superstar who's going to come off the bench to win the big game.
So we're doing TXG drawing, which are just some ideas I'm trying to come up with. I'm not sure what exactly I'm gonna start.
Josh tosses ear above the basketball and is crazy excited to find out that the dog can actually play basketball. dribble or basketball or set a pick.
I was thinking about doing like a 6-panel.
But you can kind of hit the ball back with the nose.
I don't know. What do you think?
I could probably do that too, and believe me when I tell you that I suck at basketball. Josh sneaks Airbud into his house because no movie can realistically show what it's like to have a dog. Airbud proceeds
I could do it sideways.
shit out of the brand house.
I like the idea of doing it sideways, actually.
Airbud with comic exasperation. That was me. You better believe that dog would be out the door.
Yeah.
There. I once screamed at my dog for like an hour when she knocked over a glass of water.
Yeah, and then we'll move from here to there. Yeah.
Two spots open up on the basketball team, and Josh and Airbud practice harder than anyone has ever practiced for anything in the history of ever. Rookie of the Year is the documentary about the time Gary Busey gave up acting to pitch for the Chicago Cubs. The end result became too frightening, so they cut about 90% of it after some amount of South Norwood fans marketed it. So probably a smart move in the end. I don't plan for severe editing and continuity issues. One ball is hit, but nearly Ricky Field, and then Gardner makes the grab. Henry catches it. Yeah, watch that again. Look, the dude's like in an alley or something. He's not Ricky Field at all. Also, Henry isn't playing for the Cubs at this point in the movie, dummies. More like rookie mistake of the year. Sunblock! Follows Henry Rowan Gardner, who's just your normal everyday kid, except for the fact that he's that kid that plays baseball in jeans. Everyone knows that kid. Oh my gosh! I can't breathe. I got to play. Henry is a terrible player. Even his best friends, who are still supportive enough to go to his game, can't believe that Henry gets to play, even though there was literally no one else left on the bench. Throw in the cheddar! Come on, right in the kitchen! Come on! Get in the big high sticky! Shut up! Henry, even though this kid's a jerk, I have to agree with him here. Sure, I got it! Henry? Lift up your hat, Henry. Henry! Safe, Henry.
Maybe you're not cut out to be an outfielder. Maybe you should be a pitcher.
You can see that her son wore jeans.
Yikes.
Wondering.
Fuzzies.
Henry's mom, Henry's mom has been dating Jack for about 3 weeks. You can tell he's going to be a villain right out of the gate. He gives out a really strong date-making kind of vibe. Jack just looks like the kind of guy who would be arrested for putting a hidden camera in the women's restroom at a TJ Maxx. Oh, God, you can almost smell the drunk car. At recess, one of Henry's classmates wanted to humiliate him by making him try to get the slime off. This rock hasn't been bad enough, but Henry likes to take what amounts to a mildly embarrassing situation and just ramp it up to calling asshole or tea kettle level of mortification. Did you always hate it when you spent the night at the friend's house? The next day, their mom would take you with them to run errands because you were mom and you up until 3.
Did you see?
How did they get that one past the censors? Oh, man. I didn't even notice that when I was a kid. Oh, well played, guys who made Rookie of the Year. Henry and his friends then make their way to a Cubs game. Pitching for the Cubs is veteran ace Chet the Rocket Stedman. The Rocket constantly looks like he could snap and wipe your face off at any moment. And I really think that's just Gary Busey seeping through into the character. While they're there, Henry decides to define the law. Given the distance to home plate and the fact that the ball took about 2 seconds to reach it, Henry's actual throwing speed is around 140 miles per hour. We won't even get it to the fact that his line drive throw is seemingly not affected by gravity whatsoever. Alright, we'll get into it a little more. The ball's vertical motion is that of a falling ball. The ball's downfield motion is that of a coasting ball. The ball is doing both things simultaneously, and they have no effect. The force of gravity acts as an object in a direction that's perpendicular to the level of gravity. Meaning that if you fired a gun and dropped a bullet from the same distance, both bullets would hit the ground at the same time. So for that ball to keep the same straight line path of 400 feet. I don't know what to think anymore. If this movie is wrong about displacement velocity, what else are they wrong about? What's that? Is it a kid's movie? What's your question? So the Cubs immediately signed a small council major league contract without actually finding out if it's still correct or not. Damn. And he gives them a home run to the Mets star slugger, Ito. Get a good look at Ito, everyone, because I guarantee he won't show up at a crucial point in some sort of championship game later on. You'll never see the game. Just typically, Henry helps the Cubs win the game. Reward just decides to lay the groundwork to bang Henry's mom. This wasn't even in the script, but they had to capitalize on Syracuse' raw sexual magnetism. And then after the usual growing up bullcrap, we finally get to the big game. Jet gets the start even though he's been driven
All right.
to extreme pain after every single pitch all season. Thank you, Al! Man, just to get out, his arm will most likely be retribution for the rest of his life. Don't worry, Henry, he'll still be able to stick it to your mom with his one arm. Oh! Henry gets to call the pitch and absolutely nothing stands in his way. Oh my god.
Yeah.
One person makes this twice in their life.
Mm.
So Henry's tendons are no longer tight. We all know that it's ended so many Cubs' pitching careers. Like, after his tendons loosened up, he putzed around the minors for a few years, but then the drugs hit him pretty hard. A few years later, they found him dead in a motel room. Hooker stabbed him in the face. Okay, so this tiny child could only pitch with some fluke has lost all ability to pitch fast. Will they still keep him in there? Well, earlier we saw about 5 pitchers in the Cubs bullpen, but they still decided to stick with a rag-arm 12-year-old.
Dang it all.
That is a serious lack of confidence in your relief pitcher. So Henry has one more out to get. Oh man, I really hope it's not Ito and Ito. Oh, I knew it, but I was hoping it would be him also at the same time. How about this?
So if I... Oh, man. What am I doing? What am I doing? Come on. Focus. Focus.
Wait a minute. A game? Playing ball?
Focus.
Now I've seen everything. But once again, instead of pulling this adolescent and having an adult finish the game, leave Henry in the pitch. The Cubs miraculously win, and Henry goes back to his normal life, but not for a ridiculous twist ending.
Unreal, dude.
It's
unreal.
Managed to win the World Series. You know, Chip Stengel would be
Let's try to find the middle of this thing. I'm not going for perfection, bro. We don't care. We don't care. We just want to be swift with it. This isn't...
This is the least plausible aspect of this film.
This is not a perfect thing. We don't care. Maybe 4 panels? What do we want to do? 4? Oh gosh.
How the hell does Street Fighter manage to get so much wrong? You have an established concept of video games about a diverse group of fighters from all over the world coming together for a fighting competition. Then you cast Jean-Claude Van Damme in the lead role, and that guy freaking loves fighting competition. Look at Bloodsport, The Quest, Kickboxer, that Friends episode he was on.
Let's go with something different. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
How did you
8.
do this up? Street Fighter wastes 0 time introducing every single
Hold up.
character.
Look list. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's just go with the 10, shall we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes.
You're literally 10 minutes into this movie. There's no one else. You met everyone.
I mean,
Twice you kidnapped
I don't know.
63 Andrews with the 72
I don't want to do that.
72 hours of
Screw that.
ridiculous
Screw that. Screw that crap. I don't want to do that. Because it's like, it's really hard to do the eyes. I was going to do like a concept drawing of like all my guys' eyes, but I think it looks ridiculous. Well, it's not looks ridiculous. It's just, I think it would look cool, but I've tried it before, and some of my guys' eyes look similar to other characters. Well, not other characters. What I'm trying to say is that one of my characters' eyes looks the same as the other character's eyes. Jerb and Mikey, their faces, they look kind of, their eyes look kind of similar. Same with Zeke and David. And Zeke and Beans. Sorry, I need to say that right. Beans. So we're not going to do that. We're going to stick to the panels. The panels I was just thinking about, they're kind of looking, I don't know. They're not going to be looking all that good.
Must be watching Gilmore Girls. Oh, whoa. You know, I'll give people who made this movie some props because they did try to be fans of video games by making the movie characters look like their video game counterparts, even at the expense of looking ridiculous. Then for others, they just need to cast the first person that showed up. Hey, you're white. Want to be cast? No, that's all right. It's the best. Who could look for that?
Hmm.
You know, Gal, you only have 72 hours to rescue the hustle. Why would you waste your time on an operation of this magnitude?
Might have to go.
Also, it's difficult to discern, but I believe the bandana was attempting an American accent throughout the movie, but it's not working even a little bit. It is weird that it would cast someone like Bandana like Kyle because being American is like
That might work.
only character trait.
That might work right there, actually. We'll test it. We'll test
Who wrote this dialogue? There has to be a less muddled way to say this.
Now, measure it. No.
So wait, how long was Guile pretending to be dead of morgue? And did he know that Chun-Li was just sneaking there behind him?
Yeah.
Lay in there for hours and hours,
There.
hoping someone put up the sheet and song. Okay, there's only 45 minutes left. Let's find some counters. Let's keep going.
Here we go. There we go.
Chun-Li managed to escape.
There we go.
Hopefully someday get close to the fight and climb to the head.
There we go.
Oh, never mind. Very next
There you go.
fight is
There you go.
Steeler. That's incredible. I had to double check to make sure I didn't skip over several scenes there.
There you go.
20 minutes of footage.
There's another one right there. And maybe we'll make this one just a little bigger. Just a little. Do you understand? Just a little. Yes.
Pretty sure that's how Dave and Buster's card.
Here and fix this. And we'll fix this. And we'll fix this.
Okay. That's how this stealth boat gets past the radar. Pretty sure you can blow it up on a non-stealth boat and you can still get the same result. Spicer demands that Dawson get Blanca ready for an epic showdown with Guile, but instead Dawson switches to horrific videos of Blanca that people are watching the kind of stuff that your hands will tag you in on Facebook. Ah, yes, nothing makes people happier than watching a wedding video of people they don't even know.
Uh-oh.
Guile just betrays the layer to protect by Blanca, finally reaching the emotional climax. Two great friends, their goal,
There you go.
reunited. One of them transformed into a
All right.
begging you
So now, shoot. We need something a little bit thicker, and we're gonna go with this guy.
Or he's just gonna shoot his friend in the head? Come on, Dial. Take a minute to assess the situation first, you maniac.
There we go.
Colonel, for God's sake.
Now we're gonna do each one individually. We're not gonna go straight across. A bit of a trick to this one.
Oh, hey, Guile. Don't be a dummy. Poor Bison's not actually there. He's probably halfway around the... Oh my God, he's right there. American Guile interesting to America the shit out of that foreign bitch Bison with his American biceps and an American electrocution to death. America, motherfucker. But then Bison comes back through the power of his life-saving suit and now has lightning powers because... You know what? It's late. Doesn't matter. Oh, and look, you can fly now. No explanation given or needed, thank you very much. Bison gets flying roundhouse kicked into oblivion and the countdown is set to explode for reasons that I've much glossed over, and there's a mad scramble to escape. Despite a valiant effort, Colonel Guile doesn't make it. He was a good soldier and a good man. Not a smart man, but damn it, he tried his best. Come on. Hope he has 2 Guile death makeouts. One was emotionally draining enough.
Wow. Wow. Come on, guy. There we go. Yeah, these movies reviews are pretty good. They're pretty short, and that's good. I like long form stuff, though. Usually, if it just consists of one movie, these are like back to back. Not back to back, but continuing. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm just talking to myself, as per usual.
He has a strict ginger code about Bugatti being a temple and getting in debt with nothing but nonsense and sugar. Of course, I guess substitute candy with Taco Bell, and that's basically me as a child. Minus any kind of physical activity. Boys spend every summer with their grandfather, Boyd Doctor, training them the art of ninjutsu. Not 100% sure what they're training for, because they don't enter any karate competitions where their ninja code prevents them from using any of their badass ninja moves anyways. My best guess is that they're training for their grandfather. What I can gather is kind of a if you kill him, you become him type situation. I mean, they're shoving throwing stars in an old man. He must judge him for one backflip and he's in for a world of hurt. Three Ninjas' father was FBI agent Sam Douglas, going after the ruthless arms dealer ninja, Mr. Snyder. I love how in normal everyday life, ninja stuff never comes up, but in a movie about ninjas, absolutely everyone else is a ninja. Maybe it's because I'm from the Midwest and there aren't a lot of ninja opportunities available for aspiring ninjas. We definitely don't have a lot of docks and cargo ships, which seem to be prime ninja locations. So if the deal goes south, Snyder is able to escape because this is a children's movie about ninjas, so of course the FBI can't catch Snyder because of all the dope ninja moves he can do. They don't train you to fight gods in the academy. So Snyder is a fugitive from justice being hunted by the FBI, so naturally he just drives around in a limo conspicuously filled with ninjas. Also, Snyder seems like the kind of dick who would force his goons to dress as ninjas and then refuse to turn on AC in a limo. Do they have to be dressed like ninjas 24/7? When it's broad daylight. So at this point, they aren't so much ninjas as they are grown men wearing pajamas out in public. Snyder is just there to make a business proposition with Tanaka, but since they're ninjas, they have to have a freaking ninja battle first. It seems to me that you would only attack someone with a sword if you fully intended on murdering them with said sword. Three ninjas don't know that this is how rogue ninjas conduct business, otherwise it'd be perfectly reasonable for the boys to defend themselves with deadly force. I mean, they don't have to because Snyder's ninjas suck so bad and they're unable to counter even the dumbest ninja moves. I don't know anything about physics, but would that really make the kick more powerful? Alright, let's say that worked because the ninja tripped over an exposed roof or something. He should then be able to immediately get back up. Does that move really manage to render an adult unconscious?
It's your son, Sam Douglas. Get him off my back for a couple of weeks.
So there's Agent Douglas the only FBI agent on this case? What was getting him off the case? The FBI just forget about you all of a sudden? Dummy. Tanaka refuses and then decides not to ramp up the ninja lessons. He demonstrates an effective dummy in a few places on the body will render the foe incapacitated. These are such precise locations that a strike half an inch above or below the pressure point will be ineffective. That is all except the last spot, the testicles. You should just start with the testicles. I mean, all three of the ninjas are perfect testicle mashing height. I think that the concentrated assault on the genitals will shut down even the most hardcore ninja. I know that for me personally, if someone is just wailing on my pointers, my first instinct is to try to remove myself from that toxic situation.
I want you to smash those few little kids. Hold them as insurance. Douglas doesn't hurt.
Snyder decides that his only course of action is to kidnap the three ninjas, thereby making Agent Douglas less likely to go to the end of the earth to stop him. Of course, in order to kidnap the children of an FBI agent, you're going to need someone who's trained, disciplined, and finds solace in the shadows. Or, you can get three stoner burnouts to do it. It's not like Snyder has any ninjas at his disposal or anything. The boys, meanwhile, are riding their bikes to school with their neighbor Emily when she runs afoul of some street cops and has her bike stolen.
Mm-hmm.
Since this is a movie about ninjas and how awesome ninjas are, Josh and Colt naturally settled this in the most ninja way possible. Basketball game is
Gotta get the ends.
12-year-old jumping from the free throw line, so we just don't care
These
about it.
ends are a little tricky.
No? Giving up on all reason? Okay. Check it. That night, the kidnapping plot gets underway. Fester and his goons easily subdue the boy's babysitter and then proceed to eat pizza before continuing to kidnap the children. The three ninjas have ample time to escape the house and call the police, but instead they decide to fight three grown men with guns so they can prove to their fathers they should be able to continue their ninja training. It's as dumb as it sounds, especially when they decide to home alone the situation. They devise a series of traps only criminals in a PG movie are unable to navigate, and then proceed to beat the living out of them. I'm sorry, but as an adult, I would like to think that middle schoolers would not be able to beat me up, no matter how much martial arts training they have. I mean, any kidnapper worth their salt would have killed one of the boys by now to keep the other two alive.
All good.
That's just day one stuff. Many kidnappers were able to be X-waxed in the middle of kidnapping. It seemed like they would have so much going on.
Same thing.
Kidnapping and all, but they wouldn't fall to the dumb trade route then again.
Same thing. Oh my gosh.
Come to the front door of my house right away. What's going on over there?
Oh my god, I can't believe that happened.
Middle of the night, this dummy just comes over and lets himself in the front door. And at this point, you just have to murder Emily.
Unbelievable.
Luckily, the X-Wax finally starts to work and able to
That is amateur, bro.
I mean, maybe get someone on the side of the tennis racket.
God dang.
Using that mesh part that hits the ball. That should hurt.
There goes my perfect masterpiece.
Look, Black.
Where is this cavalier attitude coming from, Emily?
I don't even care anymore.
You said 3 guns.
I'm just giving up
I
forever.
want to see what a few hours when the breath wears off. Some pretty serious
There you go.
PTSD.
Doesn't matter anymore.
I mean, I'm an adult and a car backfired the other day, and I about my pants. It took about 15 minutes for me to calm my nerves enough so I could finish my crossword puzzle. After all that,
I want my gosh dang eraser too. Tired of using this little
Weird.
Snyder's gonna chip in a hop. I know. First 6.
So maybe I know exactly what Snyder is, and I have for some time. Seems like maybe they should send a team in to stop Snyder and rescue the children, but kids don't know karate, so they would be kind of useful.
smearing
But do know karate.
bull.
So I guess the only option is send an 80-year-old man in silk loungewear. Ninjas supposed to live in the shadows, not create a giant ninja-shaped shadow like Danny directing the path of a freaking searchlight. Also, these ninjas are just carrying assault rifles now. Kind of destroys everything that a ninja stands for. Whatever. Here we go. Sub-boss. That'll for the final boss. Oh, come on. What? Come on. One decent hinge on his whole boat.
Lousy.
It's just us. Don't do it.
The emotional weight of the scene is kind of undercut by the sound effect. But I guess he couldn't have the comical sound effect since he did just murder someone in front of his grandkids.
We should run.
Um,
We should keep their blood.
No, you're surrounded by adults and you're small children. None of those should be viable options.
Mm.
Remember what Grandpa said? Everything around us can be our friend. We kind of go make the crappy door open. Hey, Mr. Door, how you doing? Will you be my friend and open up for me?
Guess what? You're not helping Colt. And of course, an international arms smuggling ring will have to culminate in a one-on-one ninja battle.
This is yeah, this makes it a little bit limiting actually.
Shoving jelly beans in Snyder's mouth. And that's it.
It's alright though.
Slightly more jelly beans
Maybe
than
we can
one
do.
time at any one time.
I don't know. I'm just trying to think of a scene I can make.
Movie's over. All right,
What would be like a?
go now.
Well, as of now, it's an 8-panel. 8-panel scene or a. Let's think. 2, 4, 6, 8, 16 panel. I can make a 16 panel.
What tells the story that we all know Peter Pan? We know a big shot corporate lawyer who goes by the name Peter Panning. What's that? His name's Peter Panning? You sure? Oh man, I've been saying it wrong all these years. Oh my god. I just remembered in 4th grade going on and on to Laura Springer about how clever it was at a select.
Let me change this up. Find something else to listen to. Just gonna listen to something else. I have to do something else. The free documentary channel. All right. Screw it.
The Titanic. Behind the story of the most legendary ocean liner lies a little-known tale of the adventurous, pioneering men determined to push the limits of the possible.
Screw it.
Their incredible technical achievement in the shipyard.
Watch a documentary on the Titanic.
Construction of not just one, but 3 ocean liners, the largest in the world at the time.
Looks like documentary looks pretty legit. Looks like they've. Oh my! Looks like they've cleaned up some of these photos.
Think you know all there is to know about the Titanic? If you did,
Oh my!
watch as we reveal some of the intriguing, overlooked backstory of history's most famous ocean liner. It all started in 1908 at the Harland and Wolff shipyard in Belfast with the construction of a massive, revolutionary building framework. For nearly 3 years, 6,000 people dedicated their lives to making the crazy dream of creating these colossal vessels come true.
Building the slipway and gantry was a massive undertaking. We need to like these challenges because it's simply not possible to build these ships.
The Titanic's epic adventure started with its first unit. The hull alone took 2 years to build. It sprang from the far-sightedness of bold, visionary men.
That's cool.
That knew cutting-edge tools and techniques.
That's way cool. Man, this documentary is actually pretty good. I wish I was watching it.
When the Titanic was built, everything was designed and made by him.
Sea light is able to compromise the actual quality, stability, and operation of the ship itself.
The ship's launch was
Whatever.
an international event carrying tremendous risk.
All right.
Of a
6
formidable
panel.
technical challenge with no room for error.
Titanic science is unprecedented.
We'll do it like this. Forget it. It's all right.
For 60 seconds they hit the sea. The largest object moving on its own for the first time. Insane. If the ship can survive its
Maybe that seems a little bit heavy.
They don't say that anymore. But while it lasted, the ship was spectacular. Now,
So-
exceptional 3D reconstructions,
Now we got to figure out
colorized footage,
what I'm going to put on the thing.
colorful photos, and insights from the world's
Just need like
experts on the Titanic.
a scene
We're about to embark on
or
a tour of the ocean liner of the century.
something that's. What am I
Aboard
thinking?
the Titanic,
What am I thinking?
Genesis of a Giant.
Just got to think. I can make each one of my guys doing something kind of out of the ordinary. Let's see, we got Albert, me, Jern, Mikey, Kevin, Paul, Zeke, David. It's 8. Oh, Ben, we forgot. So I can't even put the whole gang on here.
Belfast, Northern Ireland. This is where the story of the world's most infamous ship began more than 110 years ago, at a turning point in modern history. In the early 20th century, the world was fascinated by the idea of the American dream. Thousands of people dreamed of trying their luck in a new world full of promise. The only way to reach America was by one of the most dangerous routes known to man, the North Atlantic Ocean.
It's hard for us to imagine this, but outer space is unthinkable. It's really outer space at that time was manifestation.
The Atlantic Ocean is seen as the end of the world, like there's nothing beyond it. But as immigrants, there's freedom, there's choices.
There's only one end.
Take way too much time.
There was a race to whatever country.
And it's all like, it's all ruler work.
Technology just kind of eclipsed the
All line work, all ruler work. So we're not going to do that idea. But we need to do something. I've been on here for too long. Been on here for too long, not doing anything. Don't like that. So,
Two British companies dominated the market, White Star and Tuna. These two competitors were locked in a fierce battle to beat records and attract as many passengers as possible, wealthy and immigrants alike. In 1907, Cunard introduced two
I just had another good idea. Could do long lanes like that.
and the Mauritania.
But see, that sucks because
With these two giants of the sea,
I don't have enough.
expected to be booked in less than 6 days.
I don't have enough damn, what you would call it, panels for my characters.
Was a bombshell for their competitor, the White Star Line. Management knew they couldn't beat Cunard's advertised speed of 27 knots, the equivalent of 50 kilometers.
Dang it all. Dang it.
Lusitania is the fastest ship in the world to have revolutionary turbine technology. White Star don't think they can compete. So it does not
And save. Well, I don't have to save necessarily. What if I put it on double? What if I doubled it? No, we don't double that. We don't double it. We don't double it. I'm never gonna double that. No way. No how. Let's do a little practice on him, huh? We'll come back to that.
Olympic-class ships. This genuine, unprecedented project involved the construction of 3 ocean liners 30 meters longer than the Lusitania or the Mauritania, at 270 meters long, 28 meters wide, and 53 meters tall from the keel to the tops of the funnels. All this class with a total capacity of 3,500 passengers and crew members, weighing more than 52,000 tons. They've flown under 180 Airbus A380 planes. These three ships will be the longest, heaviest, and largest ever built.
They really were planning on way larger ships than anybody's ever seen. They really were exceptional ocean.
Not bad.
We spent more than 1.5 million pounds sterling at the time, the equivalent of $150 million today on each of the three liners. Although these huge giants were designed by British architects Alexander Connell and Thomas Andrews, they came from the minds of two men: Bruce Ismay, the chairman of White Star Line, and William Peary, the greatest shipbuilder in the world.
Penny has this great ambition to be the man to make the 30,000-foot-long ship. They come up with names, arguably competing with Leonardo's own property's name is White Star, Telescopic, and the Great Gods. You have
Not bad.
and of course their great rival, the Titans, Titanic.
It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. Yep.
The Harvard and Wolff Shipyard in Belfast, Northern Ireland. For 50 years, these shipbuilding pros have used their imagination to push the limits of technology and make people's wildest dreams come true by
It's
building
fine.
floating palaces that grew more extreme in size each year.
If you didn't work in Harland and Wolff, your nearest relatives did. Everybody knew
Trying to
someone
work.
who worked in Harland and Wolff.
Speed.
It is like its own
Work on
city.
your speed. There we go. Work on the speed.
It's like, yeah, in Detroit. Most of the people that Detroit work for car manufacturers, so most of the people in Belfast work for our own.
Most of the people that worked in Belfast were kind of going there. It's kind of weird. Oh, sorry for the shakes. Gee. I don't want to be like this yet.
They reconfigured their infrastructure to be able to build these juggernauts of the sea.
Just getting the shipyard ready was a massive undertaking in itself. They had to build gigantic pieces of infrastructure in order to be able to build the material.
The existing shipyard is modern and it's one of the largest in the world. Nonetheless, they need to make these changes because it's simply not possible to build these ships.
The length of these ships was so extreme that there was no slipway in the world that was large enough.
Cool.
The engineers at Harland and Wolff were forced to destroy 3 existing slipways and replace them with 2 giant new ones. At 260 meters long and 80 meters wide,
Oh yeah. Not bad at all.
they are the largest slipways ever constructed, large enough to build the Titanic and the Olympic side by side.
It is the first time that two such large ships are built together in the same shipyard at the same time. This challenge is enormous.
The timing of the entire project depended on this first massive undertaking.
Mm-hmm.
The Olympic and the Titanic were due to go into service in the summer of 1911 and spring of 1912. Even the smallest mistake could have catastrophic consequences.
Once the shipyard had announced the ship would be ready to go into service on a certain date a few years in the future, they had to stick to that deadline.
Where's my...
The construction of these floating palaces consisted of 3 major phases. First, the building of the hull, the most time-consuming step. Second, the launch, a complex step. And finally,
Damn it all.
the construction of the 2 vessels required the invention of a revolutionary gantry, capable of lifting large pieces of metal above the 30-meter high hull. The engineers entrusted this task to architect William Arrow, the Gustave Eiffel of Britain. The construction of massive ships called for massive tools. The architect designed the largest steel structure in the world.
So William Arrow is the man who's been in charge. He's given the contract, and within a couple of years, he delivers a structure.
A movable central crane and 10 electric cranes on rails, of lifting up to 5 tons.
You have cranes to do the heavy lifting, to lift huge big pieces of steel plate into position. You have lifts where workers can get up to the top. You've got all sorts of mechanical ways of getting people and things from place to place.
The Arrow Gantry was like a small city in itself. There were hundreds of people working there every day.
Sort of like a domino effect. One domino knocking another domino, just to get to the point of you'll start building these things.
March 22nd, 1909. Work on the Titanic had finally began. Nearly 14,000
That's what I've been wanting to do.
Wolf Shipyard in Belfast. 6,000 of them would end up working on building the ocean liners of the century.
Just work at the speed of thought.
By the time construction on the Titanic began, work on the Olympic had been underway for 3 months. In the neighboring slipway, specially designed wooden blocks had been put in place in preparation for building to begin. These blocks would be used to build the first part of the ship, the keel.
The first step in building a ship is to lay the keel. It is a symbolic moment, a bit like laying the first brick on a building.
Quite literally the backbone of the ship. If you imagine the spine in a skeleton, everything hinges on this particular part. It needs to be absolutely straight, absolutely level. It's imperative to get this correct.
The keel is composed of several laminated steel beams assembled at the bottom of the slipway. These beams formed an immense metallic bar 50 centimeters wide and extending the entire length of the ship.
The keel, this central piece, is really the foundation for the entire boat.
Much better.
2 months later, a new phase began, one that would determine the solidity and the safety of the ship, the construction of the double bottom. This double layer of metal boxes was a formidable shield against the ship's greatest enemy, flooding.
A few decades earlier, they had realized the key to keeping ships afloat. In the case of a hole in the hull, there had to be a way to keep water from getting into the rest of the ship, or it would sink.
If anything happened, if you hit a rock, you could simply be towed off of it. You wouldn't sink through the rest of the shipyard. They repair the bottom, you'd be fine. That safety element really defines the Olympic class project to get these ships as safe as possible and to utilize these newer ideas to ensure the safety of Titanic.
You have to do a supply run and get some new
The
pins.
construction of this double bottom was quite a challenge.
Use these things too much, just burn right through them. I guess that's a good thing.
Riveting was, as it would say, if it's metal, it is riveted. When you built the Titanic Olympic such a big ship, they used the central piece of very smaller ships. But not really sure how long it's been out.
Let's just get all this red. Just get a lot of red. Gerb.
Gerb.
Gerbil.
This is a new technology using giant pincers supported from an overhead crane. They're very fast, very efficient. It creates a very strong rivet and very tight bond.
They would put this into 3 punched holes and a big C-clamp. The jaws of this C-clamp would compress these rivets together, perfectly compress them, fill the holes up.
It was very expensive, but it ensured the rivets were put in place correctly.
July 1909. 5 months after the construction
I'm totally gonna have to rewatch this.
the body of the ship.
Looks amazing.
Enormous frames into place. In shipbuilding, these are known as ribs. They provided the support structure for the steel sheets of the Titanic's hull.
Frames, also known as ribs, literally like the ribs in a skeleton, they perform the same process. They create by shape of the hull, but also it is, of course, the main structural element, which, of course, everything else links into.
The rib cage of the Titanic was composed of 300 pairs of 20-meter-high ribs. These ribs were a work of art. First, they were meticulously designed by the shipyard's engineers. The next part of the job was entrusted to an army of draftsmen who had to turn the schematics into life-size pieces of metal in this hangar the size of a football field.
All the pieces were designed, calculated, and built in a massive room at the Harlan and Wolff shipyard using chalk. In the time of the Titanic, everything was designed and made by hand.
The frames are drawn out on wooden boards, which are clamped together. They're chalked out, and then they're scribed with a special knife. And it's this process where they check the lines plan to make sure that all the lines intersect at full scale properly, so that when they actually create the frames fit together what they're supposed to.
Any distraction could be massive in terms of consequence. The slightest error, particularly when you're converting scale drawings to the life size, potential for error could translate into faulty parts of the ship. Unless this wastes time at work, it could compromise the actual quality, stability, and operation of the ship itself.
And these pieces had to be put in place with the utmost care, otherwise the consequences would be catastrophic. The risk was that the ship could become unstuck and tip over inside the slipper.
Hey.
And launched into the water.
So when you're putting these frames in place, 66 feet tall is a lot. With the level, you want to ensure that you're fitting them level to get the shape that symmetrically, but also to ensure the stability of the vessel on this way as you're building it.
Ships are not built to be on land. The taller the structure gets, the more its center of gravity moves, which presents a new challenge to overcome. The hull must be kept very straight or be subject to dramatic consequences.
If a ship were to fall over during the construction process, particularly in the confines of, say, the gantry, the amount of damage, aside from the risks to those actually working there, could have been absolutely catastrophic, not just for the ship itself, but for the gantry and for the immediate area around.
So they supported the structure of the ship with massive wooden beams to reinforce and hold the ship in place inside the slipway.
You can't put the laser, you can't just electronically make it happen. These guys with a pencil and a saw are going to have to work off the plans that they've been given by the draftsman and make sure that they have this absolutely inch perfect.
At the same time, the
Getting sore, boys and girls.
Hundreds of metal columns and cross beams reinforced the hull of the Titanic.
Goyles and boys.
You have to imagine it like a sort
I
of
have
massive
to-
red pillars to help the ship keep its shape. Otherwise,
I'm going to wrap it up. I don't want to wrap it up just yet. P-Nubs, dude. Hi, how are you? Dude, P-Nubs. Welcome to my chat. Hello. Just drawing. Just drawing some of my own comic book characters. I like your name, P-Nubs. Hey, if you like what I do, give me a sub. I'll come over to your channel and give you a sub. That looks cool. Hell yeah, thanks, brother. Appreciate it, brother.
Steel is used and tested to the highest standards of Lloyd's Classification Society to make sure that the steel is of the right quality and the right strength to use on such a large ship.
Yeah, I dig that. That's cool. I dig that a lot. That's very cool.
Once the sheets arrived at the Harlan and Wolff shipyard, they were sent to
So we just kind of keep going, cruising with it, you know. Nothing crazy. We just keep
These
cruising.
holes were meant to be filled by the rows of rivets that would render the Titanic's hull perfectly watertight.
You have two
Yeah.
metal plates overlapping each other, and they have holes in them, and you line up the holes, and then you put a red hot rod through there.
Two new wrought iron rivets were set up using the traditional method of manual riveting. This meticulous work was done
You
by
just sort of push the ink in there like that.
whose reputation and expertise were recognized around the world.
Oh, thanks, brother.
Riveters.
Thanks. Thanks, dude.
Riveting gangs.
Thanks, bro.
And as such, they are highly respected.
Means a lot.
Like the leading figures in the film.
And a good riveter was worth their weight in gold. These men were paid per rivet that they put in.
The team's often made up of 5 people. Each person had a
Yeah,
specific
we just
role.
cruising over here, bro. We're just cruising.
Speed was key to their success.
Trying to work on my speed. I'm trying to work on my
Very narrow window, just 10
work at the speed of thought, you know.
Before the metal would change temperature.
I notice that sometimes I catch myself trying to pay attention to everything also super tight when I just should get the bigger things done first. And in this case, it's things like his jacket, pants,
2 years after
just all that real estate, all that big real estate, you know.
The upper bridges were finished. The internal structure was fully assembled. It was perfectly watertight. It was an incredible feat. There was no man-made structure like it in the world.
You watching? Is that what that means? I'm watching a documentary right now. I'm just going around supporting the people without many people watching. Yeah, I appreciate you, bro. So have a good night, and I might see you later. Okay, cool. Right on, bro. Thanks, brother. P-Nubs. Thanks, P-Nubs. Dude, P-Nubs is awesome. What a guy. What a guy.
May 31st,
That's incredible. I am so impressed with P-Nubs. What a cool name, dude.
The
P-Nubs.
cream of Belfast society and its leading personalities were invited to celebrate the event. International
P-Nubs!
to immortalize the launch
What a
of
guy.
the largest ocean liner in the world.
Launch day. This is a major day for them.
We are just chilling today,
Quite interested.
getting all this
About 100,000 people are lining the bank.
stuff
As Titanic
going.
comes off the slipway, they've paid a shilling to do so.
It was the result of many months of work. It was
Yeah.
a highly efficient
Yeah.
of the boat.
The launch was a moment of great tension for the designers of the ship.
Not sure if I have a dark brown. I do. Believe this is dark brown right here.
This crucial step would confirm whether or not it was built correctly, and as such, the designers watched with some
I
concern.
get little sound effects. Oh shoot! I almost forgot.
Before it's certainly bigger than it's originally launched.
Yes.
Upright. Is it going to be a triumph? Is it going to demonstrate just
All
how
skin.
successful
It's all his neck.
the ship are going to be, or is it going to be an embarrassment?
You know what I mean?
Are on the line here.
There we go. So it's all skin on the neck.
The operation was planned down to a last
A little bit
detail.
of peach skin.
First, the workers would remove the wooden blocks supporting the Titanic's hull, a delicate operation.
They had to remove the elements holding the boat in place at the last moment, and in exactly the right order, so the ship would remain stable until the last possible moment.
Mm-hmm.
A crewman got his legs trapped underneath a couple of days before launch when they were knocking away the staging, and he died from the injuries. Some people say he wasn't lost in champagne, he was lost in the blood of that man, James Dobbin.
Before it was even launched, the Titanic already had blood on its hands. A total of 17 workers
Cool.
died in the construction of the biggest ocean liners of the century, 8 of them on the Titanic alone. The only things left holding the hull in place were 2 hydraulic jacks. But even though the hull rested on a slipway with an inclined floor, the engineers still had to ensure it would slide into the Logan River according to plan.
Gravity, of course, is going to do the vast majority of the work. But there's a lot of friction. So they coat the slipway with 22 tons of soap, oil and tallow. Apparently it smells disgusting, but it's just that amount of lubrication which is needed.
It was 12:13
It's
p.m.
just that amount of lubrication that it needs.
Traffic on the Logan River was brought to a halt. Distress
One of
flares
these is
signaled
thicker than the other. Okay.
Silence fell beneath the Arrow air tree.
When the signal goes, the loss takes place, the hydraulic is released, This
Oh,
will
yes.
fold back down again.
It's hold back down again. It knows it.
This
It's all right
drops
if it
down.
knows
This, of
it.
course, is the final break on the Titanic.
Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good practice paper.
And then the weight of the ship just pushes it down to the water. Really, the launch was.
You know, I like that, but I want it a little thicker around the outside.
To come from a city
That's
like
why I like my
Belfast,
35,
edge
but I
of
need
Europe,
something
where
thick.
you have the biggest mound
Something
building
thick.
ever lived,
Mr.
flying
Thicky,
down that
where are you?
That is an amazing thing to get your head around.
There we go. Let's go, Thicky. Here we go. Yeah.
Object in the world, and they know it. And so for 60 seconds, they get to see the largest object moving on its own for the first time.
The launch went exactly according to plan, as hundreds of people looked on in fascination. The hull reached a speed of 12 knots, a danger in itself.
If you're going to launch a 24,000-ton ship, as it was at that point, into the river, you have to make sure that you can stop her. Otherwise, she's just going to float into the other bank.
They had to take measures to ensure the boat would not move too far forward as it entered the water. They decided to use 80 tons of chains and anchors to hold the Titanic back and slow its entry into the water.
They are so successful that from completely on land to completely in water, Titanic only moves twice her length. This was the way that they were able to control this elsewise completely uncontrollable event.
The saying is, if the ship can survive its launch, it will survive anything.
At this point, she is completed as a piece of naval architecture, but there is now the change between converting an ocean-going shell into a floating city.
Cool.
In June 1911, the hull of the Titanic was taken to Harland & Wolff's fitting out cave. Built specially for
Cool.
these ships, it was the
Yeah.
largest in the world at the time. This is where the interior of the liner will be completed. The Titanic was supposed to be ready for its inaugural voyage just 7 months later. They were running on a very tight schedule. The designers could never have imagined the mishaps that awaited the shipyard. It all began with the integration of the heaviest parts, the beating heart of the ship, without which this giant of the ocean would remain immobile, the propelling machinery. The avant-garde technology of these engines,
Different types of propelling machinery. So,
Oh,
engines and steam turbines. Already had certain technology. We already understand.
that looks pretty good.
Combine it together.
Might make a cool sticker someday.
these components were made in the Harland & Wolff warehouses. They were built at the same time as the hull.
Let's get all these inside lines.
Of technology and human ingenuity.
The engines of Titanic were the largest built at the time, 4-story tall, triple expansion, 4 cylinders.
The engines, in particular, are like a model kit. They're built on land. These come with each
Excuse me.
individual one, and then they're subdivided into all the major components.
The most iconic elements of the Titanic.
We need to do better
Enormous furnaces.
on this.
Each furnace was 5 meters high, as tall as a house, and designed to consume 600 tons of coal per day during the transatlantic journey. They were the epitome of human ingenuity, reflecting their designers' incredible skill. Making them was a challenge in itself, and installing them in the Titanic was no easier.
It was a very difficult maneuver because the parts were very, very heavy, and they had to keep the balance of the ship in. So they proceeded with great caution.
Each furnace weighed nearly 20 tons, the equivalent of 20 cars. There was no British crane capable of lifting such a heavy load. That is why the shipyards called on a German company.
It's a neat one.
A machine unlike any other, the Titan crane. Capable of lifting more than 150 tons across ranges of several meters, this massive metal structure cost a modest sum of 30,000 pounds sterling at the time, the equivalent of 3 million euros in today's money.
I'm absolutely rewatching this. I'm gonna do another hour of stream. That is streaming all day. I've been streaming since 11 a.m. Yeah, I think maybe even before that. I think I started at maybe 11. Yeah, maybe at 10:45.
Each of the parts had to be carefully lowered into the hull through these enormous holes.
When they constructed the hull, before launch, they left large holes through all the decks so they could lower the engines and boilers to the ship's
There is not a lot of spare room. And so you're getting them into position, hand signals, passing messages backwards and forwards. Eventually they get down to
Messages
point.
backwards and
Of
forwards.
course, you then have to move them into position.
Oh,
They had to use incredible precision when operating the crane.
getting weary, guys.
They
I'm
also
getting
had to take
weary.
pushing them off, making the maneuver even more complicated. The risk was that they might damage the interior structure when lowering these monumental parts into place.
You have a huge amount of skill and brute force needed to make sure that they're going just to the right place, because there is no room for any error at all.
Once the parts had been lowered into the hole, a new challenge awaited the workers. These parts, each weighing several dozen tons, had to be put into exactly the right place in predefined positions in a very precise order. This rigorous positioning process had a direct impact on the balance of the ship. The designers of the Titanic had planned for a crane to be built inside the ship to move these gigantic parts around.
A small hand crane, mostly intended for maintenance during the operation of the vessel, but ultimately between that and brute force, you're then piecing the engine back together again and linking it up with the rest of the infrastructure of the ship.
At the same time, many other professionals were hard at work fitting out the interior of the ocean liner. Plumbers, electricians, and carpenters all did their part to turn the Titanic into a floating palace.
On the outside, you're finishing off the superstructure, but inside, you're now making it habitable. You're putting in all of the fixtures and fittings, which are turning what is in essence just a metal box into the luxurious accommodation to rival anywhere on land.
Nearly 2.5 years after construction had begun of the Titanic, it was finally time for the moment everyone had been waiting for: the installation of the funnels. The four monumental cylinders were over 20 meters tall, as high as a 6-story
Sound then had to be moved and lifted into place by the giant crane. The funnels also have a distinctive characteristic of being a single piece and arrived on the fitting out quay in one piece. The Titan crane, which the shipyard had bought, was used to move them directly from the quay onto the upper bridge of the boat.
The installation of the funnels was a huge technical challenge. They had to be positioned more than 20 meters above the hole specially designed for them. The smallest error could be fatal.
The worst thing that can happen is if the funnel is dropped when it is being lifted onto the ship, because that would cause enormous damage. You do not want this to go wrong.
The Olympic-class ocean liners had one very interesting distinguishing characteristic. Technically, only 3 funnels were needed to vent the smoke from the engine's furnaces. But it was out of the question for White Star ships to have fewer funnels than the ships built by their rival, Cunard. So the designers added a 4th funnel and came up with an innovative use for it.
wants to make sure it's at least on a par with its main rival. The fourth funnel, some people refer to it as a dummy funnel, but it did actually have a use. It was for ventilation, also to go down to the kitchens to let the kitchen smells away. So it's not doing nothing. It does have a very distinct purpose.
Inside the ship, the Titanic was starting to take shape. The cabins and living areas were designed around the 15
Oh.
dividers that spanned the hull from the keel halfway up the boat.
Okay.
In addition to the double bottom, the partitions were an extra safety measure in case of flooding.
Nice recovery.
Divided into 16 completely watertight compartments.
These watertight compartments divided the hull of the boat into a series of compartments that were independent from one another, so that if water were to start coming into one of them, it would only affect one part of the boat rather than the entire structure.
There we go. Yay. Alright.
Until the Titanic,
We got it,
ocean liners were
guys.
able to stay
We
afloat
got it.
with one or two compartments flooded. The designers of the Olympic-class liners pushed the limits to the extreme by building ships that would be even sturdier
This is
in
neat.
case of a disaster.
I like this looks like it could be a sticker or something. Might save it for that purpose, actually. It's pretty fun.
10 million would. The odds go up exponentially the more compartments you have. Titanic was designed to float 4 contiguous compartments together. Being designed to cope with such a level of flooding without risking the ship was a remarkable achievement. Part of the reason why Titanic was known as a lifeboat in her own right. This was pushing maritime safety as far as it had ever gone before at this time. Not to discourage people on modern cruise ships cannot float with 4 compartments flooded. Titanic could have.
The Titanic's visionary engineers
Fine with that.
explored unpredictable possibilities to push the limits of human achievement to the point of perfection. These dividing walls were obstacles for travelers who wanted to move between compartments on the ship. To solve this problem, they developed watertight doors that used futuristic technology.
These are vertically operating watertight doors with a triple system.
Watertight doors.
That can drop straight down if necessary. They're also electrically operated, so they
Oops.
can be closed by remote control from the bridge.
All right, let's go for the stripes on the shirt.
Water hit them, they would close. And that way, if the power went out, they would still close in an emergency.
These doors, the pinnacle of naval construction, could also turn out to be an Achilles heel. As a result, their design was the focus of much attention. They had to be perfectly watertight in order for the compartments to fulfill their intended function.
If the watertight doors do not close properly, then the watertight bulkheads are effectively useless because the water can simply flood into other areas of the ship.
The efficiency of these watertight doors and dividing walls would be put to the test on September 20th, 1911, a key date in the construction of the Titanic. The Olympic, which had been in service for 3 months, was beginning its 5th transatlantic crossing from Southampton to New York. On its way out of Southampton in southern England, it came across a Royal Navy ship, the Hawk. Unfortunately, Edward Smith, the captain of the Olympic at the time and future captain of the Titanic, didn't leave the Hawk enough room, and the warship collided with the liner.
The Hawk was a cruiser designed for ramming other ships in combat, so it did a substantial amount of damage. The propeller shaft was damaged, and the Olympic had to turn back.
The collision severely damaged the hull of the ocean liner, tearing a 12-meter hole beneath the waterline. Water rushed into 2 compartments, which were cut off from the rest of the ship when the watertight doors closed in time. Fortunately, there were no passengers in this part of the ship.
It was very impressive because the ship handled the collision very well. The Hawk withstood just as much damage as an Olympic, if not more. So the incident helped prove how sturdy these massive ocean liners were.
So a legend was born. One that Harland and Wolff and White Star do very little to counter, a proposed but never released brochure reading, so far as it is possible to do so, these two wonderful vessels are designed to be unsinkable.
Coming together. Coming together. Coming together.
While the proof of the Olympic sturdiness may have been an argument in favor of the White Star Line, this accident only created more work for Harland and Wolff. The ship was taken to Belfast to be repaired in the enormous dry dock known as the Thompson Dock. It was specially designed for these unsinkable boats and was unlike any other dry dock in the world.
The dry dock is an amazing piece of engineering. It looks like a big Titanic-shaped hole in the ground, but it is so much more than that.
It was the only dry dock in the world that could handle ships the size of Olympic and Titanic. It was only place.
What?
The dock was full
Moving on.
to bring the ship inside. Once the boat was in place, the enormous ship door was closed, and massive
Moving on.
record time of just an hour and 40 minutes. Simultaneously, enormous wooden struts.
I'm gonna
were
have to
placed
get new
at precise
pens
locations
all
to keep the
together, man.
52,000-ton ship
Can't wait to get my tax return back. Praying that it's gonna be here soon.
Crazy, but well, that's where they did it.
Lord, I pray tax return comes back soon so I can get some new pens.
The directors of Harlan and
Can't
Wolff
wait.
reassigned some of the people who were working on building the Titanic to complete the repairs on the Olympic instead.
Sick with it.
It took 6 weeks to repair this steel monster. It cost a total of 100,000 pounds, the equivalent of 11 million euros today, a genuine fortune. These repairs had a direct impact on the timing of the Titanic and would have tragic consequences.
Gotta be careful. No smear. Don't smear on me, please.
And so it did have an effect on it. Early advertisements were in January when we moved to Titanic. I wish it had that. We didn't know lose iceberg in January.
Here we go. Another one. Another one in the middle. It's crucial. It's vital.
The Titanic was really finished. In 3 months, it was supposed to be in New York. It was now its turn to be moved into the Thompson Dock for the final touches.
As well as that, you're going to paint the ship, and you're going to give it its final bits of plumbing and electrics. So Titanic.
Now this one.
The Thompson Dock.
This one just goes in like this.
Now, all finishing touches are made. This includes the installation of the 3 enormous propellers.
She.
The 2 molded steel side shafts weighed 38 tons each.
Boom.
The blades of the propellers were carefully bolted to the box. The central shaft of the turbine was completely different and very modern. This work of art was a single piece made of a manganese bronze alloy. Installing these shafts was the last challenge facing the builders.
Putting the propellers in place was just as delicate as anything else, if not more so, because there's very little space and you now have a complete ship which you don't want to damage.
Gonna have to hit that with some red in there, I think.
April 1st, 1912. The Titanic was preparing for its initial sea
Mm-hmm.
trial.
I have to hit that again with some red.
It's
all right, though.
The hearts of the men who had given 2 years of their lives to build this
It's all right. I'm gonna save those shoes for last too.
The ingenuity and expertise of everyone involved in the project.
Titanic sea trials are a moment of truth. They need to demonstrate that the ship is fit and seaworthy in all important respects.
On April 1st, the Titanic was supposed to start its trial, but unfortunately, the winds were too high to test the ship properly, so the trials were pushed back by a day.
Just one more delay that would seal the Titanic's destiny as one in a long line of ill-fated ships. But on April 2nd, the weather conditions were optimal. The giant of the sea
This looks rad.
began its
Mm.
trial.
It's the first time that the engines of the ship have turned.
Ah, God Almighty.
It's kind of a grit-your-teeth moment to make sure that everything is lining up.
It's a feeling of pride and accomplishment for Harriet Wolf, and there is every prospect that she has a successful and profitable career ahead of her. And from there, Titanic steams down the coast, heading towards Southampton and her dangerous destiny.
Not an idea for
The
that.
day after the trials, on April 3rd, 1912, the Titanic reached Southampton in southern England. It was here that the first passengers of the maiden voyage would board the ship a week later.
Mm-hmm.
Inside the ocean liner, the job wasn't finished yet. Many workers
I
were hurrying
forgot.
to make final adjustments before the ship's departure.
There's still bits which need painting. Some cabins aren't quite complete. The heating system in a few second-class cabins ultimately leads to complaints because it's not particularly reliable.
You have to go through and make sure all these things are in place. If there are any last minute issues,
Little Adidas. Little
Those
Adidas symbol.
are all just, doing all the touch-up.
I'm gonna have to flip it upside down to get them shoes.
The day of departure.
But first,
The event was celebrated
we
with
must
pomp by the international media.
give it a
The
little bit.
Titanic,
Wait,
bigger than the Olympic,
what do I
was at
want
the
to
top
do?
of the podium. It was the single largest ocean
I think I know what I want to do. Yes.
Gary took us out to skip school so they can go down and somewhere near the dock and watch the ship sail.
Where is it?
As passengers board
Go with
Titanic
this
at
black.
Southampton, there are
Yes.
some concerns that anything would go wrong with the new ship. But as a crewman said, God himself cannot sink this ship.
The first passengers finally got a peek at this floating palace. The Titanic was unlike any ship ever built before. Its refinement pushed the limits to the extreme. Even the third-class passengers had never seen anything like it.
And passengers had electric elevators, along with very luxurious and comfortable lounges.
You have all of these different provisions to make Titanic a stay on board like being the finest hotel in the world.
Imagine
I didn't have to flip any of that.
Mars.
We'll leave those white. How about that? We'll leave the shelter white. So it's gonna go coming around here like this.
1912. The Titanic weighed anchor at the port of Southampton. The day
It's not
that
like
would go
that,
down
it's not
in the
round.
strand of the Harlem Wolf shipyards. When the event nearly turned into a
And it
nightmare.
has black.
And as Titanic is passing along the line of moored ships, the suction from her engines, just as with an Olympic walk, grabs at the line end of the walk. Moonwalk's mooring ropes split, and the ship drifts towards Titanic. Then almost a collision. Smith jumps in, orders full astern on the port engine. They stop a mere yards to go. Not an auspicious start to the maiden voyage.
As it turns out, the New York were the second to last obstacle and final warning of the tragic fate that would await the Titanic.
Oh man, kind of screwed that one up. There we go. Not perfect. Not perfect. Not perfect.
The Titanic. Behind the story of the most legendary ocean liner
Better.
lies a little-known tale of the adventurous, pioneering men determined to push the limits of the possible. Their incredible technical achievement in the shipyards of Ireland included the construction of not just one, but 3 ocean liners, the largest in the world at the time.
They really were planning on way larger ships than anybody had ever seen. Imagine being on a mission to Mars. That'd be the closest thing we come.
They really thought they could potentially conquer nature.
Think you know all there is to know about the Titanic? Think again, and watch as we reveal some of the intriguing, overlooked backstory of history's most famous ocean liner. It all started in 1908 at the Harlem Wolf
Wait a
shipyard
minute.
in Belfast,
Was that an hour
with the
already?
construction of a massive, revolutionary building.
No way.
Titanic at Southampton, there are some concerns that anything would go wrong with the new ship. But as a crewman said, God himself cannot sink this ship.
The first passengers finally got a peek at this floating palace. The Titanic was unlike any ship ever built before. Its refinement pushed the limits to the extreme. Even the third-class passengers had never seen anything like it.
The passengers had electric elevators along with very luxurious and comfortable lounges.
Nope.
You have all of these different provisions to make Titanic a stay on board like
Come on,
the
man.
finest hotel in the world.
That's better.
Mission to Mars.
That'd be the closest thing we can
12:15 p.m. Wednesday, April 10th, 1912. The Titanic weighed anchor at the port of Southampton. A day that will go down in history. 5 tugboats escorted away from the dock this Titan, the crown jewel of commercial sailing and pride of the White Star Line and of the Harland and Wolff shipyards. But the event nearly turned into a nightmare.
And as Titanic is passing along the line of moored ships, the suction from her engines, just as with Olympic and Hawk, grabs at the line of New York. New York's mooring split, and the ship drifts towards Titanic. They fall at the collision. Smith jumps in, orders full astern on the port engine. They stop with mere yards to go. Not an auspicious start to the maiden voyage.
As it turns out, the New York was the second to last obstacle and final warning of the tragic fate that would await the Titanic.
Okay, so that was it. Eiffel Tower? No. We're done with this. Yeah, we're done with this. I want to see this channel though. Free documentary history. Oh! Gonna do a little history lesson. Oh boy. Oh my god. All war. I'm not watching war. I like all the war. Man. Blah. Bunch of blah. It's dicey. Can't listen to that live on air. We can. Okay, we can listen to Pepper Brown for the next 25 minutes. We will do this. Talking about 4-note arpeggios, introduction. We'll just listen to this. Hey, oops. Sorry, the sound was off.
6 arpeggios and pattern practice. And so we're going to talk about module 6 arpeggios and pattern practice. And what we're doing is we're doing 7th chord arpeggio patterns and arpeggio progressions. The 7th chords are the next level above triads. So we covered triads up here in module 3, scale practice. So we're not going to dwell on triads anymore. We're going to talk about 7th chords. This is where stuff starts to get interesting here. So 7th chord arpeggio practice. So the next thing you want to do is you want to download the nomenclature of chords off the website. Okay, and then you want to download a bunch of blank guitar grids, right? You have to get a whole stack of these, all right? So now we're going to map out the major scale, position 1 of the major scale, G major scale, position 1. We're going to map out the numbers on this side, on the first part of the diagram, and then we're going to complete all the arpeggios on the nomenclature.
Oh
Here's
my
the numbers
goodness.
of the scale. Here's the first major 7 arpeggio. And then we're going to complete all the numbers just like we talked about in the nomenclature of chords. So here's how you play the first one. We're working off this sheet now, okay, that you should have created yourself. And the reason why I don't have printouts is because the way to learn it is to do it yourself. You really want to sit down with a pen and paper or pencil and paper and work on these yourself and write them all out. Okay, so we'll start with the scale. That's just a good old G major scale,
Something happened there.
right? Position 1, G major.
Is that a shadow or is that on the...
Sorry. Now, there's a whole bunch of ways you can practice scale. I recommend incrementalism.
Incrementalism. That's what he said. Incrementalism. Incrementalism. He just keeps crawling. That's good. That's a great exercise. Gonna have to try that one. Wow, I think I'm pretty much done with this. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pretty much done with all of this. Gosh, dang it, Bob. Pretty good. I like the orange tips on there. I'm gonna let that dry and go over it again with something different. Kind of lame. Now there's something I can do with this. Always get the earrings. Make them shiny. Can't see it, but it's metallic. Metallic sparkly. And then there was this one little thing here. Oops. I'm gonna need to open up my damn. And it's right here, I think. Nope, it's not. Dang. Oh, that's not gonna work either. Yes, neon orange. Orange neon. Yay. Right at the top. It's like it knows I needed it. I didn't do much, but whatever.
Okay, so that's the first step. The scale, you learn the scale backwards and forwards. Then you do sequences. You do a 2-note sequence.
It's not looking bad. It's not looking bad. But we want to experiment with a little darker red. Especially right in here. Where the folds and the creases are in the sweater. Heck yeah.
Because that's the core sequences you want. A 2-note sequence, a 3-note sequence, and a 4-note sequence. That's the base level you want to be at.
And let's put a little shadow
bare
there
minimum.
now.
That's like entry level scale sequencing. Okay? You've got to have those three down, at least that much. So many guys don't get past that. A lot of guys can't do a 2-note sequence. Most guys can do a 3-note sequence, and a lot of guys are doing 4-note sequences and shredding and metal and stuff like that. And that's as far as their knowledge goes. And as you know, after 4 is going to be 5. So you're going to have to. 6.
Yep. 4, 5, 6. 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
7, 8, 9, 10, and 11, and 12 if you want. But those are just the basic numeric sequences on the guitar or any instrument using the scales, okay? Then you want your interval sequences. You got to do those two in all positions. Seconds is the same as the tune sequence.
Yep. There we go.
Thirds, gotta have these down. Okay, and then fourths. And fifths. Sixths.
That's tough too.
Sevenths.
Sevens are hard. Octaves are easy.
And you can go on with ninths.
No way. Extended?
And tenths.
No way.
All those intervals you have to know. Those you must. Absolutely must.
You must!
And you guys who play
What if I don't,
scales or
though?
whatever, there's a million
Do I
notes
suck?
But the basic musical ideas are coming out of 2-note sequences, 3-note sequences.
Does that mean I suck?
More advanced, 5-note sequences, 6-note, 7-note, 8-note, 9, 10, 11-note sequences, and intervals.
Ooh, that was filthy dirty. Yuck, dude. Come on. Get it together. This is your signature.
That's the
Jeez.
basics. The basics of scale sequencing.
Come on.
Pattern,
Come on.
any instrument.
Come on, man.
We just run through all the positions on the guitar in my 14 position
Come on,
system,
man.
and then later in my scale tone form system. So you guys got to have that basic knowledge down before you really want to get exploring into arpeggios. So this video is about arpeggios. I just wanted to cover that first to make sure that you have that down, that you're not skipping that in favor of arpeggios. Everybody wants to sweep,
There we go.
shred arpeggios, all that stuff.
Sweep,
They don't have those
shred
basics.
arpeggios.
Those basics.
Everyone wants to sweep and shred arpeggios.
Really dig in and get
That
those
sounds
basics down.
lame.
All 12 keys and all 14 positions, and in the different timing available. You know. All right, so we're going to start with position 1. Position 1 here. Okay, so we're going to start this video basically with the idea that you know all that other stuff. You know the scales.
All right,
you know
folks.
the sequences, you know the 2-note patterns.
I've just about enough.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9 patterns. You've got to at least do 2, 3, and 4-note patterns to be at the playable level in a band.
This is this weird paper I found.
5,
I've had this paper for 15 years.
People who do 5 tend to like them.
Nah, not 15 years. Probably, well,
That's kind of
gosh,
separates
probably
you from
about,
the voices. If you do 5 really fluently,
yeah, probably about 12 years.
gradually
13.
above nursery school.
I found it in a
Everything else
dumpster.
is nursery school. Everything, 2-note sequences, 3-note sequences.
File paper. It's file
That's
paper.
Nursery school. That's before kindergarten. Okay. You got to get all that down.
There we go.
Okay, if you don't have that down, go back.
It's like filing
get it down.
paper or something. I don't know what it was for. Someone was throwing it away before they put it in the dumpster, actually.
Do it every day.
They were getting rid of it. I called it on them. I said, nope,
So,
give it to
start with
me.
the arpeggios, which we printed out, wrote
I'll
out.
take it. I'll use it for
There's one
practice.
here, right? So we wrote out the first one. And then we
Can't really see it that well. Sorry.
So here's the scale.
There we go. Oh, yeah, I am zoomed in.
All right, now let's take a much closer
There we
look
go.
so you can get the download better.
There it is.
Okay, so here's
That's Gerb.
the big scale.
That's Gerb. That's Gerb. It's Gerb. It's Gerb Goodwood. It's Gerb Goodwood is his real name.
Okay, so now.
It's Gerb.
we got 1,
It's
2,
Gerb
4,
Goodwood.
6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's it.
6, 7, 1.
Gerbil Goodwood. Gerb
You gotta
stands
memorize
for
those
Gerb.
numbers, okay? So the first arpeggio is going to be a major 7. 1, 3, 5, and 7. So it's 1, 3, 5, 7. 1.
My favorite.
And you just work
Major 7
on it.
arpeggio.
here. Major 7 chord, you can get a sweep out of that. We're going to sweep on those chord notes. And you can resolve to the root or to the 9. Okay, so you got 1, 3, 5, 7. Okay, so what's next on the chart? That would be the major 6, right? Major 6 is 1, 3, 5, 6.
Oh my gosh.
1,
Sorry, guys.
3, 5,
I was watching
6.
Pepper Brown. I was watching his hands moving,
7,
his nubs, his fingers.
5, 6.
Alright, I think I do have an idea for this, though. Oh my gosh. I'm going to start it here. Maybe I'll start it there. And I'll take, like, I don't know. This is hard now. This is hard now. Still don't know.
Okay, so what's after major 6?
Oh, excuse me.
Look on your chart. You got major 6 right there. Next one over is going to be minor 7. So that's 1, flat 3, 5, flat 7. All right. So 1, flat 3, 5, flat 7.
Still don't know yet. Speak to me. Come on. Speak. Show yourself. Show yourself.
See it over there. Okay, so it's 1, flat 3, 5,
Fuck you
flat
been.
7, 1, flat 3, 5, flat 7. And now 1. You still have a sweep here. Okay, so what's up to minor 7?
Whoa,
You got
brother.
minor 6, so 1, flat 3, 5, 6. So that's 1,
That was weird.
flat 3, 5, 6.
Alright. So what I was thinking was that, move it over here a little bit more. I got one angle,
Minor 6.
one angle
Okay,
of
so
the
after
text code.
minor 6, what do we got? We got 7.
One angle of the text code,
So that's 1, 3, 5,
and it's going,
7.
start one angle, and then move it another, and then move it another, and move it another.
Minor 7.
With the exception of there's this wooded area right next to it. And that's going to be tough, but we're still going to try it. And that might be down here, but we want one. Let me just map this out. We got one here, one there.
Okay, so we got a sweep right here.
Yeah, one there. That's the front. Now let's go.
Okay, so it's dominant 7. Over G7.
Oh my. Hold on just a
Instead of going back here, use a pinky on 4.
copy this, copy it.
The fourth finger. Flat 5. Flat 5.
And then we got
So there you gotta use
So we got the front. Shift it over here. Just gonna shift it over here real quick. We need to refresh. We're gonna need to refresh this mofo. Did it refresh? It did. We are refreshed. It's very refreshing. We don't want... Let's just get the main idea down first. Main idea. Main idea. Right here.
Diminished seventh chord. Diminished seven.
Main idea.
Is a one,
I like working
flat
this
three,
way.
Flat five, double flat seven. Or
I like working.
1, flat three, flat five, 6, if you will. 6 and double flat seven are the same note. So
it goes this way, like
I've heard
that.
them referred to both
Maybe
ways.
something.
The jazz guys usually call it a 1 flat 3 flat 5 6. The classical people call it a 1 flat 3 flat 5 double flat 7.
Maybe move it this way.
Argue with you about the name of it.
Okay.
Take any classical college.
Our lines become straighter.
The guys who play them though.
This is the
care
roof.
what it's called. They just say, oh yeah, 1 flat
This
3
is the
flat
roof.
5 6. 6 double flat 7.
This is the roof.
Double flat 7. 6.
This is the roof.
No, I'm sorry, it was not a 6, it's a double flat 7. So take a pick. We got a 1,
Like that. I think what I did last time. I don't know. Dude, this always changes. I don't know when I'm... I don't know when I'm doing it like one way or another. I don't know. The gutter's up here. I always know that.
What that is a diminished 7 arpeggio.
Alright? Gutter's always up top.
It's also a diminished scale. Diminished scale is diminished 7 arpeggio.
And then the pipe. I'm sorry. Is it a pipe? I guess it is a pipe. Drain pipe, yeah. Drain pipe is always going to be cocked over to the end. But it's not all the way to the end. It's like the pipe itself goes along the wall. The pipe goes along the wall like so. And it's going to like spill out off the side. I don't know. I'm always changing it, but I should need to I need to fix it. Oh, it's Jessica. It's Jessica Schuler. Jessica Schuler. 9065. What up, dude? Hi, Zetch. That's me. That's me. Hanging out, dude. I don't know why that's my username. That's your username. It's a cool username. 9065. This looks good so far, yeah. Well, I've done a lot today, but I've done like separate different ones. So I did that one. Got done with that one. Got done with that one. That's my dude. His name's Gerb. His name is Gerb Goodwood. Stands for Gerbil Goodwood. His name's Goodwood. That's cute. That's kind of cute. It's kind of cute. But he's smoking a doobie. A doobie in his fingertips. Because he likes to smoke. He's my weed man. He's my weed man. I'm your weed man. I'm your weed man. And then I was working on this bad boy. Working on this bad boy. Got the whole crew. That's Gerbil Goodwood right there. Kick a hack a sack right there. The homeboy eating noodles and you know what I mean? And we're just doing that. And I got right there. I'm right there. That's me right there. And this other dude. This other dude. There's another dude. It's another dude. We're all just playing hacky sack. Oh, man. And I was doing this one. This one's kind of weird. Coming up with twisting his head off or something. I don't know. I got that one. There's going to be a body there. Another curb stomp one, like that I did upstairs that night. Yeah. Yeah. She's just killing, dude. She's just killing. Oh, come on, focus, dude. Focus. Focus. It's giving Junji. Oh, there we go. And this dude, he's getting his neck wrung out like that, and then he's dying. Explosion. Death. Yeah, I got a lot going on, man. Got a lot going on for Sunday. I'm just hanging out. Sick, dude. Sick. So sick. I know. Sick as in tight, as in badass. Oh, yeah. So there's that. That's going to be front for that one. And then this one's going to be like a corner version. We're going from one side, and I'm going to show the other side like this. So our ground is always going to be there, but it's not going to look the same though, so we got to be careful. We're working on perspective. Perspective, so it's got to be a little smaller. Smaller, it's got to be smaller. Here's the augmented set of star 1, 2, star 5, flat 7. Like that. So that's going to be that side. And from there, we do another side. It's going to look a lot like that. In fact, all of them are going to be like kind of cornered like that. I'm just talking to myself, letting it roll through. I'm playing Xbox about I'll keep your stream on. Right on. Yeah. I'm going to stream for another, I don't know. I was only going to keep this 2 hours. I'm coming up on 2 hours on this stream already. It's ridiculous. And I've done 3 of these already. Since 11 a.m. 11 a.m. to 7, dude? Come on now. And I need to eat. I haven't eaten anything all day. I've been sitting here all day, for the most part. I'm taking breaks, but, you know, taking some breaks, but it's all right. I was listening to this chill mix earlier. I think I got rid of it. Oops. Guess not. Damn it all. Where'd it go? Oh. Where's my chill mix? Where's my chill mix, bro? Come on. I know you're in there somewhere. Mapping out your scales. I don't want to save that. I will save that though. Holy smokes. Let's save that. Like the brown. Save that too. What are you playing on Xbox, Jessica? What you playing on Xbox? What the hell are you doing on Xbox? Are you on Xbox Live? Let's see. I think I'm gonna go this way, like this. I feel like it's longer on the other side. It is longer on the other side. I'm just trying to work at the speed of thought too. I'm not trying to make these perfect. This is just like, I just want to cruise. Cruise with it. Cruise with it. Perfection. Not that much of a perfectionist. playing? What you playing on the Xbox? You gotta stop talking like that. Starting to form a bad habit. Talking like a schmuck. It does have a roof. Truth be told. And I'd just be talking to myself all day on this thing anyway. So, it's all good. There you go. That's cool. That's cool you hopped on here. That's super sick, dude. Appreciate the view. Hey, give me a sub and a like if you can, brother. I mean, sister. I mean, bro. I mean, what's up? Give me a sub. Sub it, dude. Smash that sub. Sub sandwich. Smash it. Give me a sub and a like. Give me a sub. Come on, sub, dude. I'll sub to your channel. Let's scope out your channel. Scope out your YouTubes. Let's go find you. I'll go find you on YouTubes. No sub. Oh, okay, I see. Oh, you're like brand spanking new, brother. I'll sub. Hey, look at that. Hey, you got a sub. Now you gotta build up your channel. Ah. Like and subscribe. Yes, yes. Like and subscribe. We'll finish this page and then I'm gonna call it. I don't know if you can hear me, Jessica, but I'm gonna bounce off here when I'm done with this page. I gotta eat. I gotta do something. I gotta get up, move my body, eat. I feel like it's a little bit more majestic. More majestic. Let's go all the way out. Yeah. I think it's something like that. I don't know. Oh my God. All right. 2 hours. All right, one more. It's just going to keep looking like that, though. That side. What's this side? It's not even right. Whatever. I don't care. And that's the front. And then we got to look at it from this corner. Whoa. That is different. Just trying something new here. Trying something new. Whoa. Yikes. Yeah, whatever. Gosh, dang it. Well, these aren't even right angles, dude. I'll just make them up as I go. Just make them up. Who cares? Doesn't need to be perfect. Wah, 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 wah. Wah, 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 wah. Okay. Back end. So there's this shrubbery over here. Wait. Over here. Wait. Over here. And it's over here. It's not over here. It's over there. Shrub. Shrub. Both. Shrubbery. And now the shrubbery is going to be over there. That's going to be completely on the side. And it's going to look a lot like this side. It's going to look like that one. It's just going to look like that one the whole time. Oh. Mm. 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 Now this side has a dumpster back here. And it's like shaped like that. Yep. It's exactly like that. Boom. Yep. And that is going to be there. Shoot. All right. I think I'm going to call it. I'm done. I'm tired. I'm weak. I'm weak. I'm too weak. All right. I'm out of here, man. Thanks, Jessica. We'll see ya. I'll text you later. All right, folks. Farewell. Fare thee well. Ta-ta.